Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, or good night, whatever that might be, and welcome to 100% not a 5-minute guide for Shia. In this video, I'm going to go through her skills, which ones to level up first, her build paths, discs, and what teams to use Shia on. So let's get on to it. Shia is a 5-star Lux Vanguard that focuses on using her drones to deal bursts of single target damage or AoE damage while staying on the move. Unlike other Vanguards, Shia has two main builds that she can target when she's used as a Vanguard, with the possibility of a third one being used as an off-field versatile. So the skill priority will be different depending on the content that you want to focus on and build. If you want a boss blitz high single target burst, you will want to go with the Snow Rabbit build, with the focus on leveling up her auto attack first, then her skill, and then her ultimate, ignoring her support skill. But do max your auto attacks first if this is your intention, because as I'll show you once we get to the build section, it will be very important. If you want a casual, comfortable build for the rest of your content, you will want to level up your skill first, then auto attack, then ultimate, and once again ignoring your support skill. And if for some reason you really want to use Shia as your support, you will want to go support skill first and then ultimate, while ignoring your skill and auto attack. Now let's get into builds, shall we? Build 1 will focus on her auto attack, and by auto attack I mean literally just the first attack. You see, Shia has this funky tech at the moment with her drones, where if you dash hold you can reset your auto attack sequence, allowing you to use the strongest part of her auto attack on repeat. As you can see on the screen of me doing it to fight the boss, this tech is for very sweaty score pushes and can actually hurt your wrist if you overdo it, so unless you're pushing your score, I don't recommend this build, and the other ones will end up being more comfortable. But if you've decided that's what you want, here's the potentials for Shia that you'll want for this build, in order: Phantom Step Radiance, Rhyme Crystal Edge, Sub-Zero Dominion, Glacial Dash, you'll want to max out this by the way, Rhyme Hard Pulse, and Hare's Pursuit. And in case you happen to not have any of the previous potentials as an option, you can choose Howl to the Moon for just some extra damage. For premium discs, you will want the following: Shia's signature, Ripples of Nostalgia, Minova's signature, Midnight Mayhem, and the current event 5-star disc, Summer Sanctuary, which you can get for free by playing the event. And in case you're missing out on one of these, you can also slot the Lux Cataclysm disc, Sparkling Moment. For 4-star disc options, you have Bam Bam Girl, the seasonal disc Pure White, and for last, Good Nights. Although thanks to the 2 of the 5-star options being free, you should only need to slot Bam Bam Girl if you have it, with Pure White being your copium option. Due to the previous discs mentioned being able to be obtained for free, you won't have to really use a 3-star disc, so I won't go into all of them. All I'll say is that if for some reason you still need a disc and you can't get any of the previous free-to-play ones, just use Auspicious Glow as your budget Lux damage increase. Also, I've been asked to talk about emblems and which stats are the best ones. I'll admit, I have not been able to fully test these and which stat is the best, but just by playstyle I'd say you can't go wrong with Lux Pen, Lux Damage, Auto Attack Damage, and Mark Damage. If you don't have any of these, you can also look out for Auto Attack level +1 and the usual crit rate crit damage stats. Now for second build, which is in my opinion the comfiest option for most content, that is the Night Rabbit build, which is the AoE one. This build doesn't require any special dash cancel tags or anything like that. This build is just you walking around and watching things blow up. For potentials, you want these on this order: Moonlight Overflow, Astral Pirouette, Lunar Detonation, Lunar Combo, Hare's Pursuit, Final Crescent, and if you don't plan on using this build on Boss Blitz, you can then go Rabbit's Beam. Luckily, the disc options will be the exact same as the previous build, so you can just copy those. For emblem stats, the previous ones work as well, except the difference here being instead of auto attack stats, you replace them for skill damage and skill level +1. Now for her last build, which is a bit of a meme but technically still usable, is Support Shia. This build is very carried because of a subset of potentials that have ridiculous scalings, the potentials being the following: Rabbit Flip, Bunny Torrent, Kick the Wave, Flow Reversal, Moonfall, and Catch the Wave. If you're going to focus on Shia's personal off-field damage, you can also go for Silent Tide and Wave Up to Oblivion for extra ultimate damage. And guess what? For discs, you'll want the same as the previous ones too, assuming you are going for a Monolux theme, which should be what you're doing either way. Emblem wise, it should be the same as build 2 emblems, but instead of skill level +1, you want support skill +1. And that brings me to what teams Shia does want to have. For both her Snow Rabbit and Night Rabbit, her premium team will be Shia Vanguard, Minova Versatile, and Tilia Support. And in case you don't have Minova, you can switch her for Jinglin. These give you a good set of off-field mark application and buffs, making Shia shine the most with. For Minova Potentials on this team you'll want are the following: Star Core Crumbled, 4-star Wanted Level, Perfect Arc, Fervent Applause, Radiant Energy, and Ashwind's Wrath. If you're getting the build for Night Rabbit, you would want to add 3 base hit, because you'll be able to get a good amount of procs on it due to the game modes that you're focusing on with that build. Versus on Snow Rabbit builds where you will mostly be using it on boss blitz, which you won't be able to proc it consistently. When it comes to upgrading Minova, she won't be needed to be super high level. A level 60 Minova is way more than enough for her sub DPS role, while maxing out her support skill for extra damage. For Tilia Potentials, you'll want the following ones for the Snow Rabbit build: Holy Inscription, Renewed Spectrum, Enemy Counter, Blinding Beam, which is a must-have max level, so prioritize this one, Night Seal, Brilliant Relay, Trick Boost, Guardian's Resolve, and in case you still somehow have slots, Knight's Oath Courage. For the Night Rabbit, the only difference will be the pink card, exchanging Holy Inscription for Perfect Spiral. Tilia upgrade wise, you'll want her at least a level 40 so that you can upgrade her support skill to level 4, which increases the attack boost that it gives. Again, in case you don't have Minova, you can go for these Jinglin Potentials: Thunderbolt Dragon and Thunderbolt Bamboo to make her skill locks application easier, Self-Drawn Concealed Hand, No 1 No 9s, Triple Chows, Effortless Mastery for more marks, Complete Sequence for skill uptime, and to finish it off, in case you got Effortless Mastery, you can get Lord of the Beasts. Now for the support Shia team, and this is an odd one, keep up with me, and you should not use this for boss blitz at all, because it will be dealing way too little single target damage, because it's a AoE focused build. For this team, you'll want Tilia as your Vanguard, Shia Versatile, and again Minova or Jinglin as your Versatile as well. For Minova and Jinglin Potentials, they stay the same, and the Shia ones were already mentioned before. What changes of course is the Tilia Potentials, which you'll want the following ones: Unity of Offense and Defense, Shield Counter, Light Curtain is a must-have, Blind Counter, Block Enhancement Lux, AAG's Blessing, Strike Back, and for last, Knight's Oath Courage again. This build is a bit cooked, but the reason you want Tilia main is for her survivability and the buffs she can give while being on main, while also Shia deleting stuff with her support skill. And that is it for the unlikely 5-minute guide for Shia. I hope this guide helped you on what you can do to bring your Shia to the next level. If you want more of these, make sure to leave a like on the video and tell me in the comments of what character you want next or any other issue you think I should make a guide on. Also, I go live on Twitch at twitch.tv/reconnect, so drop by if you have any other questions or join the Discord, both will be linked down below in the description. Anyways, hope you have a good morning, a good evening, good afternoon, or good night, whatever that might be, and I'll see you all on the next one. Bye bye!